Do you know what actually goes through your cat's mind when they bypass your pillow, walk past your arms, and decide to curl up at the absolute furthest edge of your bed every single night? Most of us look at our cats sleeping at our feet and feel a little rejected. We think they're being aloof, independent, or that they just don't want to cuddle with us. But the truth is, 98% of cat owners completely misunderstand this behavior. You might be taking it personally, but your cat is actually acting on deep, ancient instincts that have nothing to do with not loving you, and everything to do with how they view the world. Today, we are going to decode the hidden, instinctual reasons your cat claims the foot of the bed as their territory. And I need you to stay with me until the very last point, because while most of these reasons are fascinating, there is a hidden, heartbreaking risk associated with this behavior, a silent cry for help that most owners never even think about until it's almost too late. Here are the 5 things your cat is desperately trying to tell you from the foot of your bed. Let's start with the most misunderstood situation. You pat the pillow next to you, hoping for a snuggle, but your cat marches right down to your feet, sits facing the door, and eventually falls asleep. It feels like a rejection, right? Here is the biological reality. Your sweet, purring house cat is still incredibly close genetically to their wild ancestor, the African wildcat. In the wild, survival depends on being aware of your surroundings. When you're asleep, you're vulnerable. To your cat, the foot of the bed is the absolute best strategic vantage point in the entire room. It usually offers a clear line of sight to the bedroom door, the window, and the rest of the space. They aren't ignoring you, they're standing guard. They perceive you as a vital member of their family unit, their pack, and while you're unconscious and helpless, they're taking the shift to watch over the territory. The solution? The next time your cat takes up their post at your feet, do not pick them up and force them under the blankets where their vision is restricted. This will only cause them stress. Instead, understand that this is their highest form of loyalty. Let them sleep where they feel strategically secure. When you respect their instinct to protect, their trust in you deepens immensely. You're freezing in the middle of the night. You pull the heavy duvet up to your chin, hoping your cat will act as a little furry space heater. Instead, they abandon ship and move down to the very edge of the mattress, far away from your body heat. To understand this, we have to look at their evolutionary biology. Cats are desert creatures. Because of this, their baseline body temperature is significantly higher than ours, usually sitting between 100.5 and 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit. While they love a sunbeam, they also overheat very easily when surrounded by heavy fabrics and human body heat. When you are under a thick blanket, you are essentially creating a furnace. If they sleep near your chest or head, they're trapped in your thermal bubble. By moving to the foot of the bed, they are actively regulating their core temperature, finding the perfect balance between the soft mattress and the cooler air circulating at the edge of the bed. And hey, if this is changing the way you think about your cat, hit like and subscribe so we can reach more owners who want the best for their cats. Have you ever noticed that when your cat sleeps at the foot of the bed, they often sleep right on the very edge, sometimes with a paw dangling off? It looks precarious, almost like they are about to fall. This behavior is driven by a powerful survival mechanism. Yes, cats are apex predators to mice and birds, but in the wild, they're also prey to larger animals like coyotes or birds of prey. Because of this dual nature, a cat's brain is hardwired to always have an escape route. A study published in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery highlighted how spatial awareness and unrestricted exit routes dramatically reduce cortisol, the primary stress hormone, in domestic cats. When they sleep by your head, they are often boxed in by the headboard, the wall, and your arms. It's a trap. By sleeping at the foot of the bed, they maintain a 360-degree, unobstructed escape route. If a perceived threat enters the room, even just the dog walking in, they can leap down instantly without having to navigate over your sleeping body. The solution? Look at the layout of your bedroom. Is the foot of your bed cluttered with laundry baskets or furniture? Clear an easy path to the floor. Giving them an unobstructed drop zone reduces their nighttime anxiety and allows them to fall into a much deeper, more restful REM sleep. You might think you are a quiet, peaceful sleeper, but to your cat, sleeping next to you is like trying to sleep through a mild earthquake. A cat's sensory system is incredibly advanced. Their vibrisci, their whiskers, and the nerve endings in their paw pads are designed to detect the microscopic vibrations of a mouse walking through the grass 50 feet away. Research in veterinary neurology shows that a cat's somatosensory system is so finely tuned that even the rhythm of your breathing, your heartbeat, and your involuntary muscle twitches during the night are highly disruptive to them. When you toss and turn even slightly, it sends shock waves through the mattress. The center of the bed, where your heavy torso rests, absorbs and amplifies these movements. The foot of the bed, however, acts as a shock absorber. It is the most stable, least volatile real estate on your mattress. The solution? Don't take it personally if they move away when you shift in your sleep. If you are a restless sleeper, recognize that your cat loves you, but their nervous system simply cannot handle the sensory overload of your movements. Providing a sturdy, stable cat tree right next to the foot of the bed can give them the proximity they crave without the seismic disruptions of the mattress. We have arrived at the final, most crucial point. This is the hidden danger I warned you about in the beginning. If your cat has always slept near your chest or right next to your pillow, and suddenly, over a few weeks or months, they permanently relocate to the foot of the bed, pay absolute attention. This is often not a behavioral quirk, it is a medical red flag. Cats are masters of masking pain. It's a survival instinct. In the wild, showing weakness makes you a target. One of the most underdiagnosed conditions in felines, especially as they get older, is osteoarthritis. Joint pain in the hips, knees, and spine can be excruciating for them. Think about the mechanics of a bed. The center of the bed is soft, sinks in, and requires a lot of muscular effort to walk across. It also leaves them vulnerable to getting accidentally kicked or jostled by you, which sends sharp pain through their inflamed joints. Furthermore, jumping down from the top of the bed requires a massive impact on their front legs. The foot of the bed is firmer, easier to navigate, and most importantly, it's the easiest place to slide off rather than jump. If your cat has suddenly moved to the foot of the bed, they might be telling you, "My body hurts, I can't risk being bumped, and I need the easiest way down." The solution? If you notice this sudden shift in sleeping habits, do not ignore it. Book a veterinary appointment to check for early signs of arthritis and immediately place a small set of pit stairs or a ramp at the foot of your bed. By making this one tiny adjustment, you could be saving your best friend from months of silent, hidden agony and giving them back the comfort they truly deserve.